Hi, my name's Emma Kenny and I'm here to do another Switch vlog. Christmas is a time of joy and a time of giving, and for many of us it means that we're spending time with the people that we love and the people that we hold dear. But for a lot of people in the UK that isn't the case. In fact, there are thousands and thousands of elderly people and young people, in fact, who suffer loneliness at Christmas. And if you imagine how most of us are feeling, that sense of joy, a little bit of a break, eating too much, maybe having a few drinks, it's very much associated with a good time. Imagine being somebody who hasn't had or doesn't have any of those things in their lives. The chances are that they're going to be feeling rotten this Christmas. So if you are listening to this and you are one of those people, I just want to remind you of a few things. Firstly, if you're lonely, that's because you need to find people to share your world with. Now, it takes confidence, I appreciate that, but I'm always a believer in fake it until you make it. So make some New Year's resolutions that you are going to join some activity groups, you're going to chase some of those dreams that you might have let die, and next year you're going to make a concerted effort to get involved in your local community. Why? Because you're going to meet lots of different people, and essentially the following Christmas, chances are you're going to be invited to lots of social events, and that's going to change the way that you feel loneliness-wise. Secondly, if you happen to be watching this and you aren't lonely, but you know that one of your neighbours is, or you recognise that somebody down the road maybe is struggling because they haven't got any family, then what can you do about it? How can you advise that person to get involved in their local community? How can you, as an individual, inspire yourself to go around and just give them a knock on that door and remind them that actually somebody is thinking of them? Because you know what? These little tiny things change people's lives. And very often we forget how powerful we are as human beings. Actually, if you know that there is somebody alone, then give them some belonging. You know, you don't have to invite them around for Christmas dinner, but certainly remind them that you've noticed. And maybe take round a small box of chocolates or a bunch of flowers or a Christmas card. Something that says, I noticed you, and in noticing you, I want to tell you that you matter. That makes a huge difference to people's emotional experience. As I said, if you are one of these lonely people, you're not alone. There are lots of people exactly the same. There are Facebook groups that are involving lots of different people in your community who are talking about the fact that they themselves feel quite isolated. Maybe look at hooking up with some of those people so that you don't have to spend Christmas alone. Also, remember that there are amazing helplines available. So if you're a young person and you're struggling, speak to Childline. If you're an older person and you're struggling, speak to Age UK or to the Samaritans. Get involved in the community process. If you haven't got anything to do on Christmas Day, there are loads of volunteering projects that you can involve yourself with, where you can maybe go and help people who are homeless, all involving other human beings, all connecting with other human beings. These are things that you have control of. And often, loneliness is a choice. And that isn't me trying to be negative to people who are lonely. I appreciate it's really difficult to be that person. But if you are seeing your loneliness and you're not activating change to do something constructive about it, then you're essentially leaving yourself open to these horrible feelings without realising that there's a solution. Now, I am very solution focused, so think about it. How can you engage in your local community? If you recognise that somebody's lonely, how can you engage them in your life and your community? And finally, remember, if you are lucky enough to have a great family, as I am lucky enough to have, never forget to be grateful for it. Because often, you'll be having that Christmas dinner and your auntie will say something about the thing that you're wearing and it'll annoy you. But how lucky are you to have the auntie to do that? Because so many of us don't. So make a change today. Recognise that people are lonely. Do something strategic to help them. And if you are lonely, be the strategist yourself. You really can change your life.